If your Wright Patterson Mah Jongg game falls through for lack of players, try Siamese Mah Jongg. This is the two-player, two-handed version. There are links below the video to the lesson playlist. To practice, you might try forcing hands just to help you with your decision making. I have strips for every category in the book, and I'm going to do 3 random pulls. So we'll pick 6 strips and force some hands. You'll get an idea of what it's like to play Siamese Mah Jongg. If you're new to Mah Jongg, especially Wright Patterson style or Siamese Mah Jongg, consider subscribing and click the bell so you get notification for when I post new videos. That way you won't miss anything. Let's get to these random pulls that I call Siamese Force. We'll mix these up and pick 6. Since we're playing 2 hands at one time, we can force 2 hands. Here's the first 2. Transitions. That's the category of the book that introduces new players to the game. Pair hands. Hands of honors. Jewel hands. Sequence hands. Date hands. Ooh, there's some hard ones in there. So we're going to force hands here. We'll say we're the dealer. You get 28 random tiles as the dealer. I'm going to roll the dice to see who's prevailing. I rolled a 7. So we'll say West is prevailing. That may or may not come into play here. Let's see what we can force. Let's look at transitions first. We do have a lot of news and dragons, and transitions does use news and dragons. Here's news, N-E-W-S, news. Honorettes, 5 pairs of honors and or terminals with news. Here's a pair, and there's a single. I think we're a little short though. Oh, here's a single too. That is an option. That's a single limit hand though. I'm kind of thinking we might have a better chance at something else. Let's keep looking. 3 pungs, newsy pungs. 3 numbers punged in 1 suit, with news and 1 win paired. 3 numbers punged in 1 suit. That is a single limit pung hand. 3 numbers punged in 1 suit with news and 1 win paired. Pung. Potential pung, I should say. Potential pung. Potential pung. Newsy pungs. Pung, pung, pung. We would be ready to pung. This hand would be set because we have news and 1 win paired. Newsy pungs. Pung, pung, pung. Ready to pung. Then for the second option, I think we could try a pair hand here. Let's see. This would be transitions, and then this one could be a pair hand. We have 1, 2. We could even play a sequence hand here. We have 2 through 8. 2 through 8. What about repression? Number 12 on page 18. Sequence of 8 in one suit with 3 pairs of Windsor Dragons. I think we have too many pairs in here. I think, oh, let's put this over here. I think I would rather play a Peng Chau hand here and discard these, even though we'd be getting rid of a pair of dragons like that. This would be 7 discards, but we have a pretty good sequence here in BAMs. We could play Peng Chau sequence hand. Here's a Chau, potential Chau, Chau, potential Chau. There's even some potential in here for maybe piano keys, pair hands. I would hold these. If we get the green dragon and pair up, we might even be able to do a pair hand, but I think it's much closer to a sequence hand. So I would say transitions here and then a sequence hand here. And that would leave 7 discards, which is decent, especially for forcing. These might even be winners here. Sequence hand and transitions. If you would do something different, write random pull 1 and then what you would do differently. Let's try for another one. And we'll roll for prevailing. I rolled a 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10 is south. Pair hands, hands of honors. I don't think we have enough honors. Jewel hands and date hands. We do have dragons. Date hands use dragons. I think we might need to look at that. Okay, let's look at pair dragons. Red dragons specifically are used in date hands. Pairs of 4s and 7s in each suit. That's 4th of July. We only have 2 4s. I don't think that's good. Not in this particular random pull. Let's see about Chinese New Year, number 79 on page 27. 3s, 5s, and 7s. We do have 3s, 5s, and 7s, but it's in one suit. We have a 3, 7. Here's a 3, 5, 7 in BAMs. Okay, Chinese New Year, 3, 5, 7 in BAMs. This might work. 3, 5, 7, but it's pungs of 3s, 5s, and 7s with the corresponding dragons and 1 of each of the remaining. We'd have to get rid of that pair there. I'd rather leverage the pair. So I don't think that, I think we can do better. So let's see, what else could we do? Mars Pathfinder, number 83 on the same page, 7/4/1997 in 2 suits. 7/4/1997. We don't have enough 9s. We need pairs of 9s. That's not going to work, I don't think. 4/29/11 in 2 suits, Royal Wedding, number 84. Red and white dragons paired, 4/29/11. We don't have any 2s. I don't think that's going to work either. Okay. I think we should play a pair hand here. Dazzle. 5 pairs in 1 suit with red, white, and green dragon and 1 dragon paired. Here are 2 pair. We would just need to pair up a couple more in there. 3 more, really. And then down here, let's look at jewel hands. I think that's going to have to go away. Maybe 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 for jade. Number 26 on page 20. 3, 4, 6, 8. We'd have to throw away some tiles in here. Or 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. So there would be 2 tiles that we wouldn't be able to use right there. That's not a whole lot, is it? That would be jewel hands, though. That would leave us with a lot of discards, 10 discards. But we're forcing hands here. 10 discards, hands of honors, date hands. I don't think there are any other date hands that we could do. Pair hand, jewel hand. I think that's what I would do. If we're forcing hands, I think that's what I would do here. Okay, so it would go like this. Pair hand, jewel hand. This is really bleak, but this up here could be a winner. So I think I might go ahead and sacrifice for a winner here. If you would do something different for this one, write random pull 2 and then what you would do differently. We do have a lot of 6, 7, 8, 9, so we could maybe play big chows, but that would destroy this. And it's not a hand with a prize. Look at all these 6, 7, 8, 9s, but there's no mixed suit option on there, so that would not be good. I would want to win a prize, wouldn't you? Okay, one more time. This time we're going to have to force 2 of the hardest categories in the book. I rolled a 6. 2, 4, 6 is south. Oh no, this is not good. All right, let's see. We need hands of honors and date hands. The challenge here is that date hands and hands of honors a lot of times use the same tiles. So this is going to be very challenging. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. Okay, let's look at hands. Let's look at date hands first, because we might actually be able to make something work here. There are a couple of date hands that do not use dragons. Okay, one of them is Lewis and Clark, number 82 on page 27, 1802 in one suit, 1806 in a second suit. With news, we've got an NE. 1802, 1806. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have a little bit to work with there. Oh, 1802, we might as well hold that and see how the drawing would go here. 1802 and 1806 in 2 suits with news and 1 wind paired, and you need white dragons too. So I would try for Lewis and Clark, and then the other would have to be terminals. And those would be the discards. So we would have 12 discards. 12 discards, but we're forcing a date hand and an honor hand. So we would just have to draw and collect winds, dragons, ones, and nines. And then down here, 1806 and 1802, white dragons and news. This would be a challenge, but this is what I would do. Let's see here. I think 1776. You know what? I think I would hold the sevens because there is a potential for 1776 here also. Let's just put these discards up here. 1776 is a potential over here. We have 1, 6, 7, sevens, 1. So 1776 is independence number 81, also on page 27. So we could maybe make either Independence or Lewis and Clark work for this bottom. And then for the top, attempt hands of honors. Those were difficult. But if you're forcing hands, sometimes that's what it looks like. And it's great practice. If you ever play in a tournament and there are prizes up for grabs, if you practice this concept, you will definitely have a better chance of winning prizes. A lot of people are intimidated by the opportunity to win those prizes and they don't even try. But if you practice, you see a lot of opportunities. Give it a try and let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, click subscribe and then click the bell so you get notification for when I post new videos. That way you won't miss out on any opportunities to learn some new strategies or pick up on an insight into the game that might give you an advantage at the table, especially at a tournament or other special event where there are prizes. Between now and the next Siamese Force for Wright Patterson Mah Jongg, may all your picks be keepers.